Hi friends, so the next thing we want to look at is merits of price discrimination. Firms, if they are able to discriminate prices, they can increase sales because you look at the ability of the people, and if they can buy it at a very high price, he will sell it at a very high price and increase profit in order to produce even more. So far as you have an ability to change the price whenever you want and charge anyone at a different price, you can increase sales. The second is lower prices for some commodities. So that is also an advantage. The firm can decide if he has much control over the price. He can decide to reduce price for some commodities um, to benefit consumers probably, especially firms that want to gain market share, want to um, gain customer loyalty and others. They can decide to just reduce prices so that customers will want to always buy that commodity. And also it helps firms to increase investment. If you are able to discriminate prices, your profits will be high, and you are able to invest more because you know that your product will be bought at a good price. The next is manage demand. When demand exceeds supply, that is when prices increase. The invisible hand pushes prices. But if you are a firm and you have the ability to discriminate pricing, you also have a way to manage demand so that those that need a particular product can have it. And probably also, if you want to, you can also make sure there isn't shortage or surplus because the price is in your hand. You determine what price to charge. Some prices you can raise the price of the commodity to a point where um, any any excess demand can be taken away. So such a firm basically has control over the market. The last is reap producer surplus. So there are some surpluses producers can only enjoy. They are called producer surplus. There are some benefits. When you are able to charge your commodity at a particular, there's a particular price when you are able to charge your commodity. All that you are supposed to benefit from, so far as pricing is concerned, you can benefit. It can be well illustrated with a curve. When we draw the demand and supply curve, we have an equilibrium point. At that equilibrium point, it is not the best price for the producer, neither is it the best price for the consumer. Left to the producer alone, the price will go a little bit up. But any price beyond the equilibrium point will create surplus because consumers will fall out. But if you are able to discriminate price, you can move the price a little bit above the equilibrium price, and that is the producer surplus we are talking about. Alright, but there are some demerits of price discrimination anyway. The first is higher prices for some commodities. There are some commodities that may even be necessities. Consumers need them, but because the firm is very greedy, it can charge high prices, and the welfare of consumers will be at stake. The second is decline in consumer surplus. So if a firm charges a higher price, even above the equilibrium price, then it means that the surpluses, as we talked about producer surplus, consumer also has some price reduction benefits he can gain if he or if the consumers have control over the price. But it is likely a firm will increase the price even above the equilibrium price, and by that, consumers cannot enjoy any improved welfare. So their surplus, which is consumer surplus, will be scrapped. The next thing is it is potentially unfair. Is it really fair for two people to buy the same product at different prices? It is it's just unfair. So that is a disadvantage of price discrimination. Another is administration cost. It can increase your administration cost. If you are printing invoice for a particular product, you can just print one invoice and run copies because the invoice shows the price of that particular product. But if you are discriminating prices, you have to print different kinds of invoices for people. Why? Because you have to put on the invoices different prices, so that increases administration cost. The last is predatory prices. Some prices can be charged by firms that are are, are very harmful to consumers. Very harmful to consumers. Assuming you by price discrimination, one sachet of water now costs 1,000 Ghana cedis. It is very predatory, and probably a firm can do that because he wants to reap the highest profit he can. So these are the demerits of price discrimination. We'll move on to what is called cartel. Cartel. A cartel is a group of firms who collude on price and output decisions in an effort to earn monopoly profits. Yeah, so it is generally done by means of price fixing, allocation of production quotas, or sharing of geographic markets or product markets. We'll look at examples, and I know you appreciate it. Cartels are um, outlawed in most countries, but it is quite difficult to police cartels. And cartels may be secret, and especially in the countries where it is outlawed, it may be secret, and it therefore making it very difficult to uncover. Let's look at some examples of cartels. I don't know if you've heard in the oil industries. I don't know if you've ever heard of OPEC before. That is Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries. And mind you, this one is not outlawed. It is a cartel that operates even currently, operates openly. In the diamond industry, there can be a cartel, and also in the olive oil industry, there can be and there are cartels actually. Yes, right. So this is just an image to let you know. Okay, so this is the OPEC I talked about in the oil industry, diamond industry, and olive oil industry. Let's quickly look at merits and demerits of cartels. Okay, so I'll just give you one merit of cartel. If firms are to come together and fix one price for a particular product, what would you expect? You expect that prices will always be stable. Wouldn't have changing, fluctuating prices. It will be stable. But there are some demerits of cartel. It destroys competition. If firms are not together and they are all operating to win the market, there is some competition, and competition results in them producing very good products. But the moment there is cartel, it's likely to eliminate the pressure from competition, which makes firms innovate and also achieve cost efficiencies. So probably there wouldn't be any innovation, resources would be wasted, shoddy goods would be produced. The second is charge high prices as they control output levels. So when firms come together, there isn't any competitive market where if a consumer goes to this market and the price is too high, you go to the other firm. When he goes to this firm and the price is too high, go to the other firm. So it gives the firms who have come together the leverage to charge very high prices. They sometimes create artificial shortages. When there is a shortage, price will automatically rise, and this results in misallocation of resources that are supposed to be used to produce something needed for consumers. They will just not exploit such resources, and the result is misallocation of resources, and all these goes against the consumer. I would like us to pause here. We'll continue in the next video.